That's the beautiful part about this. Just, make it up as you go, right? Enjoy it.
And crop it out
Yeah.
or leave it in.
I mean, Garrison's up there far enough north. It's pretty cold. This is pretty cold for Garrison now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It was, of all the luck. So great Thanksgiving Day. Finally got to take a break, right? Getting all this stuff ready. And Friday, we had a big order come in. We also had a shipping container get delivered that also happened to be one of the coldest days of the year yet so far. It was like
That's
8 below
awesome.
zero, trying to set a shipping container, moving snow, and it's like, come on, even I'm over this. No, I live where it's cold doesn't mean I like it.
I was like, is it springtime yet? When the spring almost here?
I wish.
Hey, did
We're
you guys
just getting
see?
started.
Did you guys see that AI has come up as a topic on Pyroscripters today?
Oh,
Again?
interesting.
Yeah,
Really?
Huh.
very interesting. So
I mean, we were playing around with it last season. A
yeah,
little
we
bit.
were kind of ahead of
Yeah.
it. Yeah, so I linked it. They were asking about it, and yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Might have to dive more into it.
To dive more into trying to get AI script or
I'm
show.
telling you, it's very it's very intriguing to me. Like, sure, there's not a lot of emotion into it, but if you're Ellery, what's emotion in a Pyro musical?
Hey, you never know what they're going to come up with, and I'll stick to my guns. Love it or hate it, I truly believe AI and crypto are the way of the future. No matter
Oh,
where
I
you
think
stand
so.
on
I
liking
mean-
it or not, right?
Well, that's why we were starting to talk. It's like I'm just waiting for the time when we're having AI Pyro musicals, and we're just shooting to see who's paying more to have a better designing software through AI.
I mean, you think about the amount of time we have into it, I could see there being a place for it,
Oh yeah.
especially
Yeah.
on generic shows that really don't have a lot of,
Oh, think about city shows.
Oh
You
yeah,
could just sit. Oh my gosh. And I mean, we got it down. We were telling it where to pull the product from availability, time limit. We were telling it genre of music, what firing system, how many positions. It was like printing out. Like, am I wrong? It was printing out like
Yeah.
cue counts. And,
Yeah, like
wow.
it was literally like creating like a CSV file almost essentially for yeah.
Oh,
You could
wow.
export it right to Cobra or whatever
Yeah.
firing system. Yeah.
that's crazy.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah,
So it is the way of the future. I'm not disagreeing. It's just very interesting.
yeah. But I bet you have to be extremely detailed in your descriptions to it.
Yeah.
Hey, we want comment runs at this point of the song or whatever in order for it to properly generate, I would presume.
Probably so. Yeah.
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 You have to get pretty detailed with a lot of it.
Yeah.
Sounds like about as much work as just jumping in Finale 3D and doing it yourself.
Right.
We need that AI Finale 3D upgrade.
Yeah. Yeah.
With the you could just jump on there now and create brand new songs, right? Not even on the charts.
The amount of AI music that comes out is wild, and some of the stuff's actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was listening to an AI version of what was it? Now I gotta look it up. I was texting Chris O'Dell about it. A 50s version of Blues Baby Shark, I believe.
Why were you
me
listening
see.
to that?
You play that for your kids?
Yeah.
A new version of Baby Shark?
Yeah, heck yeah. Let me find this thing. Yeah, it was Baby Shark, the haunting 1950s soul version that remembers childhood
Oh,
by
goodness.
Re-Soul. It's been out a month and has 648,000 listens on YouTube already.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
I mean, there's some AI stuff out there that's on some of the charts and stuff like that for streaming
Yeah.
even too. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's wild. It's crazy nowadays.
It really is. Where I could see AI being really useful in the Pyro, going back to that actually, is seeing a run where you take a video or a run in a video, and then you ask it, hey, how can I recreate this with my shoot site, or the closest can I get with my amount of positions or whatever. I could see that being extremely useful if it ever got to that capability.
Yeah.
Do you think it could create your shoot site layout maps and everything too?
Ooh,
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to say no because do you need to move a position in 50 feet closer? I mean, here a prime example actually is New Year's right now, right? Our fronts we can shoot way heavy angles, but one of the cake positions actually has to be in way narrower because of a building right there. So the fronts are shooting behind the building, the cakes are not. I don't know if an AI is going to be able to take that into account.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Very interesting. I don't know. Yeah, it's very, very early on, but I think it's going to go somewhere.
100%.
I mean, I could see where you could you could drop a video in and tell it basically to recreate this video for you in a summary of, this was what was shot at this time point in the video, right? And it basically spits out, you had comments at this media at this time, right? And it just essentially creates a script from you off of a video, right?
Yes. Yep.
I wonder if it could
be extremely useful.
Yeah. I wonder if, for instance, you take a Sky Wars show and go, I want you to recreate this Pyro musical using the exact product. It watches the video and pops it into a VDL or into a FIN file.
Yep. I mean, it could probably very easily go out and find a lot of the product, right? And reference back what it was.
Oh, yeah. By you can say, I want the show recreated by availability or closest to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Next thing you know, we won't be here. Just be AI robots.
It'll just be AI versions of us.
AI versions of us, yeah.
I think I quit at that point in time. That's half the fun. It's half the aggravation and half the fun.
Yeah. No, I hear that.
Hey everybody, CJ here with Muxboard. And if you're serious about your firing system, you also need accessories you can trust. I've been designing custom slats, breakout boards, adapters, and more for over a decade. And that makes Muxboard the industry OG. Still not sure? I get it. But here's the thing. Every slat and breakout board is designed, built, and inspected to meet or exceed IPC electronics industry standards. And that's a level of quality and reliability you're not going to see just anywhere. So don't settle for less. Check out the new website and see for yourself. Muxboard.com. That's MUUXBRD.com. Now, let's get back to the podcast.
Slide it down, slide it right. Custom cuts lighting up the night. More robbery for the pros and the crews. He just got the fix for what you do. Slide it down, slide it ball. Precision lines never getting old. For the sparks, for the flames, for the show. More war slats where the legends go.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, let's jump into this, I guess.
Let's get going, yeah.
Well, I heard a little, I was watching YouTube or Facebook today.
Facebook, yeah.
Seen a blip. And then Donnie texts me and goes, we need to get Garrison on. And I'm like, ironically, I think I know why. And I need to call him anyways. And it just worked out. Timing could not have been more impeccable on our side.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's the same on yours.
Yeah, it worked out great, actually.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Do we want to talk about this year? Do we want to talk about last year first? What are you thinking?
Let's just dive right into it. This whole New Year thing. They brought us together.
Yeah, we gotta tell them why we're here at least, and then we can go back and
how we got here.
How?
Let's get the why out of the way first.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead, man.
So this year we are doing another world record fireworks show, right? The big thing about this one, and just like last year a little bit, is we want to make sure that we use our platform for the best we can, right? And so this show is doing it as a fundraiser for the Wounded Warrior Foundation. And
That's
so
awesome.
The whole script, everything with this is focused on mental health awareness for veterans. And it's obviously the birthday of the country, right? It's the 250th. It's a big year for everybody in America. It's a big year in Pyro especially. And what better way to kick it off than thanking the people and bring awareness to the ones that are the reason why we're able to celebrate 250 years, right?
Most definitely.
And with that being said, we are doing 2.5 million shots of Roman candles in under a minute.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many individual Roman candles is that?
We're actually lighting 4,800 and 555 shot Roman candles. So it's actually 2.66 million, just in case we miss one.
Oh, my word.
I'm going to be counting them too.
You better.
Yeah.
Leave that up to Guinness. They'll be a lot quicker.
That's crazy. So, how do they even, they're going to have to go out and count each candle that didn't shoot? And, how are they going to do that?
Yeah, I'm not exactly positive on it. That's one reason why we have extra. It's just in case. I'm presuming that if half of a candle goes, they're probably just gonna maybe pull it. I don't know if they're gonna do the math on it exactly. There's no way they're gonna cut down all those tubes to make sure they all fully fired.
Right.
Either way, that's not my job. All I know is they're coming out. That's gonna be their job. They're gonna do it all. I gotta just make sure they all go. So
Yeah, for sure. So, like you said, Guinness is going to be there. That's pretty cool. So, like, I mean, what is something like even where do you begin with getting them out? Like, what's the steps in like making that a reality?
I actually have to say, so last year we used the World Record Academy, right?
Okay.
And they were simple enough, but they had their own. There was a lot of vagueness with them, and it made it a little difficult. And then there was also some stigma about Guinness being more expensive and all sorts of things. And we decided to reach out because they are the bit more notoriety within that name. And we reached out and asked them, hey, we're planning this event. Just an email. You just email them. And they'll respond. I will say the response time was incredible. On their website, it says the response time can be up to a certain amount of time. And it's kind of scary because it's like, oh, that's a really long time to even get a response back. But everything was super quick and it was great. And it was just... They walked us right through the whole process, actually, very well. So just simple as sending an email, they'll basically walk you through it the rest of the way. I would just recommend having an idea of what you're doing. So don't just be like, hey, I want to set a fireworks record, right? Know what you're doing, knowing the category. Is it a new category? Is it not? That kind of stuff. Have a little research done on it.
Yeah.
So why did you choose Roman candles?
A couple of different reasons. One, what else are you going to do that's 2.5 million shots of, right? I mean,
Saturn missiles.
Yeah, no. and maybe one day we will. I mean, obviously Saturn missiles is very unique to Cody and I having done some stuff like that. No, was not about to do that on this one. And also, it's a little bit of the nostalgic. And I think it fits real well with what we're doing. Who doesn't remember Roman candles as a kid? That's taking you back in time. We got to go back in time, remember our vets and the reason why we're here. I think it all works together cohesively in that aspect. And it's a high shot count product that makes it a lot easier. Yeah.
So, I guess let's, who's making this happen? Who are the sponsors? Because I know you're not just pulling this out of your hat. Like, that's a lot of money. So how is this coming about?
Yeah, it's a tremendous project. And I want to lead with the fact that there are many, many sponsors to make this entire event happen, right? And we'll get into those a little bit more. But the sponsor that did the world record itself was Spirit of 76 and Cowboy Fireworks.
That's awesome.
So, they're somebody that I've had a relationship with for many, many years. Some of my first people I've ever purchased from in the industry, right? And so when we were actually down at Sky Wars, I was talking with Jonathan, and I said, hey, man, I know it's a little late in the year, but we got this idea, and we're not sure if we want to implement it, what we're going to do this year. What do you think of it? And he goes, call me, as soon as we get back home. I like this idea. I like what your idea of doing it for is. Let's talk about it. So I got on the phone with him right away, and when we got home, talked about it. He said, let me bring it up to the team. And right away they came back. They're like, we want to do it. We're on board 100%. I was like, can we even get them? And they're like, we will make it happen. They're coming. Wow. And it was a goal from there. So Spirit of 76, and then they got a hold of Cowboy, the factory over there. And it's a team up between the two to make this happen.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So obviously Spirit of 76 is sponsoring the main part of the show.
Yeah.
Like who else is sponsoring, I guess, and what are they sponsoring?
100%. So, we rely on a lot of local sponsors from local businesses, right? They help with anything from, say, hotel rooms or whatever, all the, side by side from Action Motorsports, telehandlers for a piece in this show. So there's many local sponsors, right? And I don't want to leave any of them out and thanking them. Yeah. But on the pyro side of things, within the it's been a national thing where people have come together to help with this. Wisely's Pyrotechnics has been a major donor of 1-3 product to this show. Superior Fireworks was a major donor in 1-4. Actually, Waylon up there at Discount Fireworks donated a lot. White Knights Fireworks. Oh, yeah. He's been amazing. Cool. He supplied all the igniters and a whole bunch of single shots and stuff. He was awesome. Yeah. I want to make sure American Wholesale donated some. And then also RKM. Actually, you're going to see some of, in my opinion, the coolest minds in the country right now brought in by RKM Fireworks and Pyromax. You know, they donated some of those single shot 2-inch cylinder mines that I think are absolutely awesome.
They're wonderful. Yeah. Pyromax creates wonderful cylinder mines. Yeah.
They do. Yeah. It'll be the first time I've ever gotten to run them. So
really?
The fact that they get to debut in this show is really special.
Please tell me you're doing like massive sweeps with them, because you're just, it's going to make it. I mean, yeah. You'll be excited to see them.
17 fronts enough at one time?
It's a good start.
It's all I got. I got 450 feet, man.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's good. That's really, really good.
Yeah. So, so that's some of the major sponsors for this. Like I said, this couldn't happen without everybody coming together that sponsors this. Literally, we could never just up and say we're going to do this out of nowhere, right? It takes a team to make it happen. And so we're very thankful. Obviously, Chris at Great Lakes Motor Racks has been a major player in this, same with Lee AMS Displays.
Lee.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Lee. I love the guy. And last but certainly not least is Brian Craig. He is sponsoring all of the single shot racks for this. And he's even helped me with the dressing and using Finale 3D, because we're using the new iShot to shoot a couple of special things specifically that Spirit sponsored. So I had to use Pro, and I had never done it. So Brian has been an absolute tremendous asset in that aspect, and just great knowledge getting to talk with him. And he had some great ideas in the script. So very thankful for all his contributions with it.
Good. Yeah, Craig is awesome.
He is.
Yeah, Craig Co. and them. So. Let's see. So you mentioned the Wounded Warrior Project. What, I guess, talk a little bit more about them and their, the connection that you have with them and how you came to, take care of, the sponsorship there or whatever.
Yeah, so and this is going to be a long-winded story, so I apologize.
Please.
Right off the bat.
This is awesome, man.
Yeah.
This actually literally starts years ago. I was freshly new into a new business. I just bought a bar. I think you guys knew that. Last time I was on the podcast, I just basically lost it, right?
Yeah.
And a gentleman, and I won't say his name out of respect, had recently moved to town. And I remember I was in there hanging out with him. I was working. He had a few. It was getting later in the evening, and I knew he was ex-military and stuff. Just a normal guy, right? Anyway, we got to talking, and he actually got to opening up a little bit about some things. And he told me about some struggles that he had as a veteran. He was 17, he joined the Army, and immediately went straight to the Iraq-Afghanistan war, did several tours. He was in there for many, many years, and so his young adulthood, he knew nothing but war. That was all he knew, right? And he told the story about how when he got out, it was a struggle. He said, I didn't play well with others. I knew nothing but combat. And he goes, I felt like we got thrown to the wolves. We just got used and kicked out, and you're on your own, figure it out, right? And for the first time in my life, I really caught extremely firsthand, I should say, a real glimpse of some of the struggles that some of our veterans have, right?
Yeah.
That stuck with me. And I would say within a year later, the first song in this soundtrack came out. And immediately, and at the time, I knew I was not good enough to do this song justice in a power musical, right?
Yeah.
But I filed it away and I stuck it in my back pocket. And I remembered that conversation I had with that guy. And I tied it to that song immediately. And I said, one day, I'm going to run that song for a mental health awareness for our veterans. And that was over 3 years ago. And 3 years later, I now finally have the opportunity with the tremendous team of Pegasus, Ben, everybody around me, to make partially my dream come true. Now also part of their dream of getting to shoot that original song. So this entire event and the theme of the whole soundtrack and everything, the songs that came after it, the verbiage before it, all centered around that one song. That conversation years ago. And that's the reason behind picking the Wounded Warrior Foundation. We're also doing some of the fundraiser funds are going to go to the North Dakota Honor Flight, which is a local fundraiser for veterans. Yep. And then also we're doing this in the Mandan High School parking lot. So they are actually going to the New Year's Eve London show in 2027. So because we're using their parking lot, a small percentage of it will go to them. So 100% of everything that we're doing for this fundraiser, no administrative costs come out of it. Either we eat it as Pegasus or sponsors cover it, but what we raise all goes out to who we say we're giving the money to.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And I guess who can attend?
Anybody.
Okay.
I mean, come on out. So, not far away, and I'm trying to remember. Is it the Hilton? Oh man, I'm drawing a blank. There's a hotel right next door. That's an actual event hotel. There's a discount code. I can give you the link. If you're, part of this, we have a block set apart for this event. If anybody's coming from out of town, they would love to come. This is held in Mandan, North Dakota, right next to the Subaru dealership, the ID Subaru dealership. The tickets are available in the parking lot. You buy the parking spot. So if you have an excursion that seats 8 people, bring 8 people in the excursion. You're buying the parking spot, right?
Yeah.
And everybody come. I mean, this is a family-friendly event, and especially for us up here, man, we don't have much to do in the dead of winter, right? So come out, enjoy it, and anybody can come. We'd love to have everybody.
And
VIP has some really cool little perks too, by the way. You gotta get to see the shoot site if you're in VIP. We're gonna have a little walk around where you can actually see the world record, and then you're gonna get like $1,000 prize of fireworks that you get to take home. So we're putting a pallet together with $1,000 of fireworks, and then the biggest thing, man, come on, to me this is the biggest thing. This is why I would buy it alone. Best viewing spot. So it's not too close, not too far, but you also get to be the first released. So, after an event, you sit there for hours, right, trying to get out. Well, none of that. You're the first and only parking lot out. So the VIP is definitely worth the money in that aspect.
Yeah. What if somebody wants to sponsor this event? I mean, who do they need to reach out to? Who do they, I mean, you obviously, but what's the details on that?
Yeah. So the Man Progress Organization, MPO, is a nonprofit organization. They're also helping us spearhead this, right? That's the town we're doing it in. They help bring events to the town. Or just reach out directly to us, Pegasus Illuminations at gmail.com, or reach out to us on Facebook, our website. My phone number is plastered all over the website. So just reach out. If anybody would like to sponsor or have a part in this, let us know. We're happy to have people come, help get them here, whatever it may be. Make this community event.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Are there any specific items or needs that you guys have that are outstanding that you need to get filled as soon as possible? Because you're down to less than a month away at this point.
Yeah.
So what are some of those urgent needs that you guys might be looking for out there that maybe somebody can help you with?
Yeah, I would say the main one right now that actually surprised me the most that didn't get picked up was the cost of the lumber to build the racks for the world record. That is obviously a rather extensive cost. That's something that we presume we would maybe just eat, but we threw it out there. That's the main one. Otherwise, anything monetary, feeding a crew of 20 people is a lot of food, right? Renting the Airbnb so we have a kitchen, all that type of stuff. That's where a lot of the unseen costs are. I think we have a lot of product. There is a chunk of Wisely's, like I said, sponsored a big chunk of what we needed for 1.3. There's also another chunk of 1.3 product that came from Arcanum, actually, that we're going to need some funding for. So those are the two major things. Things like the side-by-sides, the telehandlers, some stuff like that all got covered already. So yeah, those are some of the more specific things I would say that we need funding for yet.
Okay, so you kind of brought up crew. Who all's coming out to help? You said 20 people, man. That's a lot.
Yeah. So we actually have a lot of our main crew here in North Dakota, right? Close friends, family. Allison, you've met her at CobraCon. She's coming here from Oregon. Nathan from Wisconsin. Waylon, Chris Lee. We have a friend that's coming onto the crew from Florida is coming up.
Wow.
Awesome.
Zach from Cobra is intending to be here. Several of the Spirit team are coming in. I think even the owner of Cowboy Fireworks is flying in from China for this.
Wow.
So, yeah, there should be a great attendance here. And like I said, a lot of our local crew, our main crew throughout the summer will be here for this project, all on board.
Yeah. Do you have a professional video crew coming out then? Do you have anybody coming to record?
So I think Spirit's going to bring some video, that they intend to. But this is going to be the first time in well over a year that Cody and I are going to be together again for something,
All
or
right.
something like New Year's. So this is actually the big drop. This is the first time it's really
All
dropped.
right.
And he's going to
All
be
right.
there.
That's awesome. So he's gonna
Yeah.
he's gonna plaster it on his YouTube page too, as well. I'm assuming.
Yep. So
Cool.
obviously we got King of Boom, we got Cody B. So this is going to go out on both channels. We got to see how the music's going to work and how we run that, right? Because it is a Pyro musical, and where the full video maybe drops or just the world. We got to figure out how that's all going to work yet. With the music and stuff, but he's going to be there. He's going to be plastering this out. It's going to be a big production that way. Representing North Dakota as a whole with him and everything. So yeah.
Awesome. That's that's cool. That's
Yeah.
exciting.
It's really exciting to get back into this with him. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to and fun to get back at this again.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, for sure.
I mean, I think we all there want to find some more details about the show. I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
This is not only you should just Roman candles, right? The scripted show. You kind of talked about the scripted show a little bit. Any details around like the time limit of what you're doing? Like maybe cue counts, stuff like that.
Yeah. The whole show. In fact, I'm looking at it's on my left screen right now.
Yeah, there we go.
The whole show is about 21 and a half minutes. Now,
Okay.
that doesn't mean there's 21 and a half minutes of constant pyro. There's a lot of verbiage. There's a whole opening segment where we talk about a lot of things that kind of explain the event. They explain why we're doing it. It gives some details on what people are watching, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
With a little bit of accent pieces to go with it. There's quite a few surprises that I don't really want to give away. When I talk about some very... I think the world record may be my favorite part, but I think there's actually a couple other parts that are actually going to be my favorite part.
Okay.
Just some things that I've never had the opportunity to do in scripting, and some things I would say pay attention to detail. Anybody that watches this show, whether it's on YouTube or it's on, if you're going to be here, right? Pay attention to color schemes, how a color scheme may reference back to the beginning of the song or a previous song, or how the effects may symbolize what you're hearing in the verbiage or to the beat of the music. We really try to incorporate and make it a well-rounded, clean script in that aspect, to where there's a lot of meaning behind it. The number one thing behind the script is we want everybody to feel it. So it's going to take you on the journey of the dark side, when we talk about mental health awareness, there's a dark side to that, right? And that's obviously a place that some people are in. And so it's going to open up like that. And there's some parts where I almost thought about cutting a couple of words out at the beginning, and I was like, no, we're going to leave that in there for, just to add that extra raw emotion of how some people really, truly feel. And and then it goes to a little bit more positive. It talks about, well, who cares? I do. And then it goes into a very positive song at the end of, hey, don't forget there is light, right? Yeah. And so that's the whole theme of the whole soundtrack. It's about 21 and a half minutes, and right now we are sitting at 3,035 cues.
Wow.
So,
all right.
Decent enough size show. Definitely the largest last year was 1,500, so we doubled in our show size one year. So very, very excited. Oh, and speaking of that, my goodness. Of all the people to leave out, Cobra did sponsor a lot of the mods for this. So the one sponsor I knew I was going to forget somebody, of course. But yes, Cobra is heavily involved. Zach is coming down, and they are sponsoring a lot of the mods for this show. So
very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
So those are some of the more unique details about the show, I would say.
Yeah. So let's kind of talk about last year a little bit. Are you going to pay homage to the world record from last year? You guys plan to do a big shell again just to kind of hit back on what's happening, or is that kind of a secret? Or
we really, really wanted to. Unfortunately, one of the big attributes to a move we made was moving this to Bismarck, Mandan, and not in our hometown of Mont anymore. And when we did it in our hometown of Mont, we live in the middle of nowhere, right? We could just do whatever we wanted. We had all the space in the world, and moving this in town, it's a more centralized part of the state, easier access, more hotel rooms. It logistically made more sense, right?
Yeah.
But it restricted our shoot size, shell size that we could shoot.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, I wish I had a 16 or a 24 in my back pocket for this show, but I genuinely don't. I feel like we have several other attributes of this show that people are not going to see coming that are going to be really, really cool. But the 450,000 sorry, 2.5 million shots are gonna have to take the cake as far as size of that. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, they're not in a giant ball. You know, they're fanned out. It's 400 feet. It starts in the center, and this I will say about the world record. So you're gonna have the center position, 130 feet long, a row of candles, and then X amount of feet later, you're gonna have another position at 10 degrees, and then 30, 40, all the way to 50. So it's gonna be a giant slice fan of these Roman candles, 130 feet deep. So there will be some attributes to the world record to help emphasize, other than just a giant ball in one center going on.
All right, very good.
Yeah.
I know we talked about earlier a little bit about maybe going through maybe the evolution of Pegasus over the last year, and like, you know, because we had you on here, you know, a year and a half ago, right? And a lot has changed in that year and a half of where you were then and where you are now. So maybe talk a little bit about, you know, that evolution of where you were, you know, last year versus kind of where you are this year, and that progression you've kind of gone through.
Yeah. You know, first off, very thankful to even have the ability to evolve, right? To have made a path within the industry where we can keep going with this. And so, for once, just very, very thankful for that. But, you know, when we did last year's show, we had way less time, number one. Had never really used Finale 3D at all, hardly. Had never done a pyro musical, never edited music ever, right?
Yeah.
So very baby stages of Pegasus. And I mean, yeah, I've been shooting fireworks in the backyard and doing some shows, but nothing of that scale, right? It's a totally different world. And I think before that, the biggest show we had ever shot was 700 Qs. And so to go to 1,500 Qs, it was huge. But I would say going to CobraCon, you know, taking a class on Audacity, right? Sitting in on your class that you did on Finale. Every little bit helps. Every piece of information, everybody that you talk to. That's been a major asset going to these events within the pyro industry to our growth and success within the industry and what we're capable of doing. One of the ways I think we've evolved the most is the soundtrack capability, but being able to produce a clean show. Learning how Finale works, knowing that if you want that mine, do you want that mine to be at the top of the beat, so you have to fire it a little bit before the beat, right? Or are you firing it on the beat because you want it to, you know, be coming full open afterwards? And that's just something as small as a mine. But applying all those types of attributes to Finale 3D and knowing how the product's performing within the VDL versus real life and all that type of stuff, that's been the major evolvement within Pegasus and our abilities that I think everybody will see. I've gone back and watched that show 100 times. And I probably rewatched it 50 times just scripting this show. And I think, man, that was dirty. It was messy. It was all that. We're really hoping for a really clean, elegant style show. And I would say that's our major difference.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. Anything in particular about Pegasus you want to talk about going forward? Do you guys have anything, you know, kind of big planned for upcoming years, or
you know, we always have something up our sleeve. We're always working on something, right? I think my favorite saying at this point is stay tuned, because when I'm quiet, you've got to know something's coming, right?
Yeah.
So that's just how I am. However, with that being said, nothing that I can break right now. We have a couple of projects that we're working on, big projects like this. A few different hooks in the water, let's say, is what I would call them. A few local things that, you know, a few people have heard about what we're doing down here. And, you know, maybe they're up north within the state. Or there's a possibility that this, I don't know if this would ever become a traveling thing. Some people are trying to get us to do that. You know, there's a lot of logistics that go into something like this. So we have expanded to where we're maxed out for the 3rd and 4th of July at this point as far as Pegasus goes. When it comes to shooter capability, we're running 7 crews on the 3rd and 4th of July. So we are maxed out right now on those 2 days. We're trying to expand out into, you know, music festivals, right? That's something where we shot Country Fest last year, which was a very big show for us, and it was a very difficult shoot site. It was on the top of a hill that was impossible to get to. It was super fun.
Yeah.
So that's where we're working on that. So that's the direction Pegasus is taking, and trying to really put ourselves in a category of, are you wanting to hire the Walmart or the Louis Vuitton? Right?
Yep.
What are you going for? What is the direction of your company? Are you just trying to throw crap in the air and make a show? Or are you trying to make yourself something that people have never seen before. And I would say when you ask what's the future of Pegasus, that's what we're trying to do. Whether it's New Year's, whether it's not New Year's, it doesn't matter. That's what we're trying to do. And whatever we can do to be on the biggest, best scale we can, to do the best of our ability, that's what we're going to do.
Very good. All right.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned a little bit about people trying to kind of travel thing, but are you guys mainly focusing, in a basic geographical area that you're trying to kind of stay focused within, or are you looking to expand out further?
We would be more than happy to expand out. We're not actively trying to step on anybody's toes. We're not marketing down in Missouri or somewhere else, right? Trying to get in on somebody else's area. If an opportunity presented where somebody called us up and said, hey, do you want to be a part of this? Or somebody called us and said, hey, we saw you do this New Year show. We want you to bring this to us. We're going to do it, right? Every chance we get. We may call you guys or somebody up within the industry that we know that is a licensed shooter for that. Say, hey, do you want to partner with us on this or whatever? We're definitely not restricted to North Dakota. We already shoot, Montana, South Dakota, Wyoming, and North Dakota. So, the ability to expand out, within our region, we're certainly doing as much as we can to expand out, and would love to be a part of projects elsewhere if opportunity presents. But the marketing, not as much. I love to grow, but there's limits to what you can. Difference between growing and not being able to do what you're trying to do, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, it's a quality thing, right? Like you don't want to grow for the sake of growing and lose the quality of the shows, right? Like you really want to keep that high quality and experience up. And sometimes if you grow too fast, you lose some of that, I think.
100%. And we're already reaching that where we've made connections, but it's not like this is something where you just put out a job application for, right? I mean, for one, we're like a family here. So everybody is always spending a tremendous... So like when I take my crew out to Montana, it's a 14-hour drive. I bomb through. If you can't sit in a vehicle for 14 hours, you're not coming with me, right? So you better be able to spend time with me. You better like me. I better like you. And we're going to go out there for 3 days, 4 days, and we're going to just crank out shows, right? And... when we get back, we're probably all going to Deadwood, and I'm paying for the whole trip, and we're going to have a good time. But when we're on, we're on. And that creates a very interesting dynamic. It's a very fun dynamic, but everybody's tired. It gives opportunity for somebody to get on somebody's nerves, right? And so when I say we're a family, that's what I mean is we can't just hire some random person off the street to come shoot shows. And and obviously you guys know that within the industry. So right now we're building our team. We're building our family. And as we build that, we will expand as that allows, is what I would say.
Very good. Anything else you want to touch on, Garrison, in general? This year, next year?
Yeah,
previous,
if anybody has any
missed?
plans or any ideas, I mean, when it comes to the Pegasus crew, I mean, whether it's Donnie or it's you, David, anybody or anybody listening, man, if you got an idea, like, shoot it at us. Let's see if we can make it work. Obviously, we're not scared to do stuff, right? Or advice or anything. I mean, man, and I think I touched on something like this last time. If we went back and watched podcasts, I bet I touched on something about this. But just never quit trying, never quit fighting. I mean, I never dreamt I'd be here. I never dreamt I'd be doing this, ever. Much less one. But we're going for 2 back-to-back, right? I never dreamt this was possible. And so just... if you're somebody that's in the industry and you let's say you bought your first Cobra or your first firing system or you're just hearing about us, just remember we were all somebody like that too, right? And give it a try. Go for it. As long as you push and put 100% in, sky's not the limit. There's more past the sky. So I guess that would be my main piece of advice because we're blessed and honored to be here and thankful to have this opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. Again, want to chat about where to contact you for sponsorship or anything? Just kind of throw that in here again.
Yeah, reach out to Pegasus Illuminations at gmail.com or call me on my cell phone number. At this point, it's plastered everywhere. So I'm probably not going to say it on here, but if you're going to put the work in, at least just go to our website. It's right on there, right? Visit Mandan. It's actually visitmandan.org or .com. MPO, they have all of our information and their donation options are on there as well. Like I said, best options, just reach out to me. See what we can come up with and get you addresses, things like that. Again, a massive thank you to every single sponsor, local, nationwide. Doesn't matter if it's $250 that somebody sponsored, which was 5 cakes of product, to somebody sponsoring $5,000. It's all makes this happen. It doesn't happen without them, literally. And so
agreed.
could not thank everybody enough that gives us the capability to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you guys for having me on again. This has been fun.
Heck yeah,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming on. Glad we could make this work. This is good.
100%.
So.
And we're going to run Garrison here through our final 5 for the season here now.
All right.
It's our inaugural run of our final 5 for the season. So
final 5.
if you listened last season, we changed it up this year, different questions. So everybody going in blind this season. So we got 5 questions for you.
Okay.
Every guest will get the same 5 this season. So first thing that kind of comes to mind. Question 1: bucket list event that you have not yet attended.
Pyro Jam.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Well worth it. Very good to go to.
Yeah.
Donnie hasn't gone yet. Got
No,
to get him
not
out
yet.
there.
Oh, you haven't?
No, not yet.
Okay. Yeah, no, I would love to go to Pyro Jam. I've made it to several others across the country. Pyro Jam is one that's eluded me, and so I think that one's going to get moving up to the priority list here shortly.
Awesome.
Sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Question 2: favorite fireworks show you have shot or been a part of?
Ooh, or been a part of.
Yes.
I'm actually probably gonna have to say that one at CobraCon, David, that we helped you guys with.
Last year.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
For everything that we did on New Year's last year, don't get me wrong, that's probably up there too, right? But to have the camaraderie to get to hang out with everybody at CobraCon, the experience to be a part of a show that has that many cues, never being a part of a show with that many cues, learning everything that I learned, getting to see what I saw, part of a wheel, never been a part of a show with a wheel, right? Had have been one of the coolest experiences ever. Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
All
Wow,
right.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
All right. Question 3: if you could only have one, which would you choose? Hand fire or e-fire?
E-fire. All day.
E-fire. E-fire. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Even if the caveat is that you can never do the other.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I think that
All
just
right.
leads to the direction I want to go with my life, right?
Yeah.
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 All right. Question 4: what is your favorite firework effect?
Oh, that's tough.
Rumor has it if you don't say
Crackle's not the right answer.
rumor has it if you don't say Roman candles, somebody's gonna be mad. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I may hate Roman candles after fusing all those up. Favorite
Yeah.
fireworks, just single effect. Like you're not
single
going to see
effect,
a
yeah.
comment. I may have to say waterfall.
Well, okay.
Yep.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Whether
That's a
it's
good choice.
just a Dahlia waterfall or like a Nishiki waterfall. If we're
Yeah.
going to go generic, I'm going to have to go waterfall. I think it's one of the most stunning effects
Yeah.
out there. Yep.
Yep. Absolutely. All right. And David alluded to this earlier. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
No, never. Fruit should not be cooked.
Wrong answer. Wrong answer again.
Wrong answer. Hey,
We're gonna
I didn't
ask
say
this-
crackle.
We're gonna ask this again.
Yeah, that's funny. Never been. I love pineapple. Love it. But you put it on pizza, I'm out. I'm gone. Like I'm going hungry. I'm good.
Wow.
It's so good, especially with barbecue sauce. You sub out the tomato sauce
yeah.
for barbecue sauce.
There you go. That's a good one.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, no. Maybe if you smoked it, maybe throw it in a smoker or something. I could see this starting to work. Then I
I've
might
had
be
it-
willing to try it.
Was it at Sky Wars in 24? Did we have that, Donnie, with the pulled pork? Was that? Did you have that?
I missed 24.
I don't know. Maybe they had some.
I remember doing it. They had a pizza. I thought it was there. I think it was
It could have
pulled
been. I don't know.
pork, pineapple, and I think
I don't know.
I don't know. It was. I think it was there, but
I don't know. I
good.
could, now that you're saying that, like, if you had pulled pork and the pulled pork was smoked, and then you like threw the pizza in and smoked it, like if it was on one of those brick oven, wood fire, right, cooked pizzas, maybe then pineapple could be doable. But you're really going to have to doctor that up. We're not talking
Banana
about some
peppers and
tombstone
onions
Canadian
and-
bacon and pineapple. You know I'm out.
Good.
Good stuff tonight.
Yeah, man.
Well,
Well,
next
I
time
am.
I'm on. I'm probably going to have to surprise you guys with some shoot fire questions now.
Good stuff. Well, I think that'll do it through this episode. Just want to thank everybody again for listening and pushing us to come back. If you're not on Discord, be sure to come and join us on Discord. Come hang out. Still have the merch store open.
Yeah.
Get some swag. Yeah. Discord. Jump on Discord.
Jump on
It's starting to
Discord,
get
yeah.
lively.
I was going to say, I'm going to have to go get some swag at this point and start repping
Yeah.
stuff here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, guys, want to give a shout out to our sponsors. Muxbird
Yes.
and PGI both sponsoring us this year. We got some more sponsors that are lined up coming on to support the podcast. There's some announcements coming soon, I think, on some additional sponsors. And
Just got a
wanna
new
give
email.
shout out to- yeah.
you see
So
that?
we're gonna get
Alright.
yeah, great shout out to all of them for coming on and helping us out, and Garrison for hopping on tonight and joining us and sharing what's coming up with him and his journey over the last year or so. That's always great to catch up and see Garrison at all the events. And
Yeah.
After we interviewed him last time, I started seeing him at all these events. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, I know that
you.
guy. I know you. So
And I think we touched on this actually last year about going to the events and the amount of what you get
Yeah.
out of it, right? The camaraderie and knowledge. And,
Yep.
that's where it costs money to do, but we were like, no, we have to do this. And we love it.
Yeah, it's
we
worth
love
it.
doing it, and it's worth every bit of it. We'll be at all the events coming up, and I appreciate you guys having me on again. We appreciate the heck out of it. It's a blast. Enjoy all the time spent with you guys. Thank you.
I do got to ask, how many tires did you blow on the way home from Skywars?
Oh, don't get me started. So all I know is I'm not going to call out any particular company, but what that package list says for weight is bullshit. I was way overweight. We blew out 3 tires, wrecked 2 fenders. I was out of spares, had to stop at Walmart, get new tires. No, I was unimpressed with that drive. Completely unimpressed. Should not have brought that trailer either. No. If I'd have known it was going to be that heavy.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
and on that note, guys,
All
go
right.
out there and we'll catch you all next time, guys. And another episode coming up for you guys next week, probably. In the meantime, guys, go out there and unleash your inner pyro with us.
Let's go.
This has been another episode of Pyro Unleashed. Come back each week for more industry insights, technical tips, and awesome pyro designs. Have fun out there, be safe, and as always, remember to unleash your inner pyro with us.